Pianoforall is one of the most popular courses on Udemy at the time of this filming. But is it actually worth the money? Well, I tried it out for about a month and I practiced for an hour a day each day for that month. And so let's check it out whether I made any progress. There's two answers to this question because it all depends on your goal. If your goal is to be able to pick up a piece of classical music, this complicated, piece with all the 10 pages of sheet music, this course is not for you. It's not going to help you reach your goals. But if your goal is to instead be able to hear a song that you like and play the chords and play the song and accompany someone else, accompany yourself as you sing, or just even play through the song, this course is a fantastic resource. And in my personal opinion, this course is completely worth the money. It's actually, I feel like it's a bargain for how much content there is in it. And so, definitely check it out if that's one of your goals. Also, if you have a goal to be a songwriter or to compose music, it's fantastic because you learn all the different chords and how you can make chord progressions and put those chords together. And as you're playing, you'll play a chord progression, and then you might get a little creative and make your own song just from the same chord from another song, chord progression from another song. So, absolutely a great resource if it matches with your goals. That's a key point there. So, what's in the course? Well, there's a lot going on. From the very beginning, Robin does a great job of explaining how to start, and he does an interesting teaching method. Instead of giving you different drills, he immediately jumps into songs. And so you start playing songs with some basic chord shapes. And what I think is really cool is that he teaches you the rhythms, different rhythms to play different songs really soon in the curriculum. So, for example, this rhythm is so common in a lot of music that we listen to. So that's kind of his method starting out, is to teach you all the different chords of the piano and different rhythms that you can use for different songs. And as the course progresses, the chords get more difficult and more complex, and the rhythms get more difficult and complex. And then the rhythm gets even more complex for the left hand, and as the right hand plays the chords, and vice versa. And so it adds on complexity as the course proceeds. So in a month, I was only able to get through lesson 3. There's like 18 lessons, so there is a lot of content here. And what Robin doesn't do, the instructor of the course, he doesn't give you a daily regimen of things to practice. So you can practice as much or as little as you want, and he gives you tons of songs to practice. And if you want, you can perfect them, right? You can practice them over and over and over again until you get it perfect, or you could not. It's really up to you. But you're going to progress faster if you put more serious practice in and try hard to make your song sound as good as possible. But it's up to you, kind of the pace. But from my pace, where I didn't get things perfect. I tried to perfect some songs. I was able to get to the point that I showed you earlier. So absolutely great course. I recommend it to anyone who's wanting to learn how to play piano in a way that's more approachable It's kind of intimidating to get to the piano and have to learn all the nuances of sheet music as out the gate. And this will teach you some aspects of sheet music, but again, if you are more interested in being able to play a song note for note exactly how it, you hear it in a classical piece, then you might look elsewhere. If you're trying to play music that you enjoy, that's popular music, and be able to play along and write music, really a great resource. I'm going to be taking other courses for other instruments, so if you're interested in learning instruments and are curious what courses can teach you in just just a short period of time, make sure and subscribe to this channel. Thanks for watching.
Hey guys, Josh here, and I know it's been a long time since I've uploaded a video showing progress, so today I'm going to fix that, and I'm going to show you how I've progressed with the Pianoforall program, and as well as how I've just progressed in the piano in general. So when I was going through the Pianoforall program the past few months, because it has been months since the last time I've uploaded, the main thing that I've been working on is the blues and jazz book, and it goes over really well the elements of blues and the fundamentals of jazz. And one of the first things that it teaches you is the blues scale, which is a really good thing to know if you want to do improvisation. So the blues scale just sounds a little something like this. So you use that and you can improv over chord progressions to start learning how to become more artful in your improvisation. And one of the other things that it teaches you is chord progressions that you can use, and so that you can start to improvise. So one of the ones that they teach you is as follows. So you can probably tell that it has that seventh chord flavor to it, which makes it a little jazzy, a little bluesy, and I really like the way that it sounds. And the other thing that's interesting about it is it has that sort of that bounce sound to it. So again, it just adds to that blues character. The program also teaches you riffs that you can do in your right hand while you're playing the chord progression with your left hand. So to take an example of that, if I do the chord progression that I was just doing before, I can add it in my left hand. So that just gives you an idea of some of the improv ideas you can do. It's a little sloppy, but you get the idea at least. I think that blues and jazz is something that probably takes years to master. So it's not something that I'm trying to just rush to the finish line and be able to do. I know that it's an evolution of being able to do it over time. So as far as the rest of the book goes, it basically just goes over different chord progressions that you can do with the blues scale. One of the things is that because jazz is one of my favorite types of music, I want it to spend a lot of time with this book so that I can fully appreciate what it has to offer, because it has a lot of content in it. So I don't really have much more to say through the book, because it just goes through more of those riffs and chord progressions and how you can use those to help with your improvisation. But one of the other things that I want to go over with you is a couple songs that I've learned over the past couple months, because as much as I like going through the Pianoforall program, it doesn't teach a lot of like pop songs and things of that nature. So I wanted to do some of those so that I could impress my friends. So the first one that I decided to learn was Sarah Bareilles' Love Song. I feel like most people know this iconic riff, so let me play it for you. And unfortunately, those are the only parts I learned, so sorry to keep you in suspense. I know the chorus was right there, but I really like this song. It has a nice bouncy pop feel to it, and I'll learn the rest later, but really wanted to upload something so that you all could see the progress that I've made. And the other song that I learned, I wanted to bring it back a little old school in the 80s at least, and I decided to learn Bruce Hornsby the way it is. And this is by far the most challenging song that I've learned to play. It's really at my upper threshold of what I can play and not have it sound awful. So I'll play a few snippets of that, and we'll see how it goes. It's really hit or miss sometimes. So that song's really hard. I'm sure you could hear quite a few mistakes there. I did. But this has taken me weeks just to be able to get this level. So I'm pretty proud of where I am with it now. I'm going to keep working at it to get better at it. And I'm also going to keep working through the Pianoforall program. I'm going to try to upload another video sooner than I did with this video, because I think the last time I made something was in February or March. So hopefully I'll be able to practice this a little more regularly and be able to progress a little quicker as far as through the program, so I can give you a better taste of what it has to offer. But I still really recommend it as far as being able to figure out blues, jazz, and just learning the piano in general. So as always, I have a link in the description below for the Pianoforall program, so please check it out, and I'll see you next time. Thanks.
Hi guys, I am Vašo from bestmusiccourses.com, and this video is going to be a Q&A review of Pianoforall, which is popular and very discussed piano learning program. There is a hype around these piano lessons. Some people claim it is a crap, while others like it very much. I believe this hype and misunderstanding comes from the name, because Pianoforall is actually not for all. I'm going to explain why I think so and who is it actually for, and I will do my best to answer other common questions people might have about these piano lessons. All my answers are based on my experiences with this learning tool, as well as my experiences as a piano teacher and keyboardist in several bands. If you are interested in learning piano online, I would like to encourage you to subscribe to this channel and watch more videos about other piano learning websites and apps, so you can compare them. The point of this review is to give you all relevant information about Pianoforall, so as a result it should help you to figure out whether it is good for you or you should try something else. For even more information, click the link in the description below this video and check out the written version of this review. There is also a link to the Pianoforall free sample lesson, so you can check it out if you want. Now let's start with the answer to the first question, which is, what is Pianoforall? Pianoforall is one of the most affordable programs for learning the piano. It contains 9 interactive ebooks with over 200 video lessons, text, piano sheets, keyboard diagrams, pictures, and over 500 audio files. The instructor Robin Hall teaches the piano in a very practical way. Thanks to the method Play Now, Understand Later, you will play real music from the beginning. Pianoforall works on desktop and all mobile devices. Once you buy the lifetime access, you can download all ebooks to your device. The producer claims that this product is designed for everybody who wants to learn to play the piano at home. That's why the name Pianoforall. So it shouldn't matter your age, skill level or music style preferences. Well, I think this is not true. Pianoforall offers very straightforward and practical piano lessons that work, but not for everybody. Now I would like to explain who can benefit from Pianoforall and on the contrary, who should look for some other options. Pianoforall is good for complete beginners, adults and maybe teens, and those who want to learn to play popular songs by chords. It is beneficial for hobby pianists who don't have too much time for practice and those preferring pop and blues. On the other hand, Pianoforall is, in my opinion, not good for children, intermediate and advanced pianists, and people preferring classical music and classical way of learning the piano. To sum it up, Pianoforall is a great and cheap piano course for hobby piano beginners who want to learn to play songs by chords and by ear. If this description meets you, I believe you will like it very much. But if you prefer classical music, classical way of learning, or you are an intermediate or advanced pianist, I don't recommend it. Pianoforall offers very affordable piano lessons. There are no monthly or annual fees, you just pay $39 for the lifetime access. The good price-performance ratio is one of the main reasons why Pianoforall is so popular. Another good news is that they offer 60-day money-back guarantee, so you don't need to be afraid of losing your money. If you decide to try Pianoforall, go to the description below this video and click the link to the sample lesson. Now I want to explain the process of learning with Pianoforall, which is actually very easy and smooth. As I said before, the content is divided into 9 interactive ebooks with over 200 video lessons, text, musical notation sheets and over 500 audio files. As a complete beginner, you proceed from the book 1 and continue in an order. Almost every lesson starts with a video where Robin Hall, your teacher, explains new knowledge and skills in a very practical way. Text will explain some other details and every lesson usually ends with another video showing what and how to practice. As I said before, one of the biggest benefits of this way of learning is that you're gonna play music from the beginning, so it is not only about boring exercises and practicing scales. Most lessons contain audio files with a piano sheet, which is great for practicing. After buying Pianoforall, you will get an email with the link to the login website where you can download all 9 interactive ebooks or one by one as you wish. Now I'm gonna talk shortly about some of these books. As a complete beginner, you should start with the book number 1 called Party Time. In the beginning, you will learn to navigate on keyboard, the C note position, what are octaves and how to find other tones on the keyboard. You will understand basic music theory, which is explained in a very understandable and practical way, and you will learn to play some basic chord progressions and rhythmical patterns. Let's watch a short example.
Rhythm 1. Left note, right chord. It plays exactly as it sounds. Left note, right chord. You're going to use 4 chords: C, 2 left, A minor, 2 left to F, 1 up to G. The left hand is going to play the root of the chord 1 octave to the left. C, A minor, F, G.
What I like about Party Time book is that all the basic theory and knowledge is explained visually. After finishing a video lesson, read the text and listen to the audio files which help you to practice what you have learned. Except for chords and notes, you will learn basic rhythms, twist, bossa nova and play parts of songs like Imagine or Amazing Grace. Blues is a good music style to learn for beginners because of less chords and easy structure. Video lessons show you how to play 12-bar blues and several ways on how to play left and right hand. You will discover shuffle and boogie rhythm and major 7 chords typical for this genre. In the end of each lesson, you will find several song examples where you can use the same patterns you have learned. The whole Pianoforall method teaches you how to play any song you want only according to the chord marks. When you master the basic chords, it is time to move on to other chords. Lessons from this book are focused on all 24 minor and major chords. Knowing all these chords will open you the door to thousands of songs you want to play. Except for basic chord shapes, Robin Hall will explain chord inversions and effective way of their practice. You will also understand cycle of fifths and how the relation between chords works. The fourth book, Advanced Chords, will teach you to play 9, 11, diminished and cluster chords. These are commonly used in popular piano, especially when accompanying a singer. Using these chords can embellish your playing and make it more colorful. After finishing these two ebooks about chords, you should be able to play tons of popular songs by chords. Until now, all lessons were focused on how to play the piano chordal accompany. So this style of playing is great for singing pianists or keyboardists who accompany a singer. Ballad style book will show you the way of playing the melody and harmony at the same time. Thanks to many examples, you can practice this technique very effectively. In the end, you can learn some famous Christmas songs. The books 6 and 7 are designed to teach you basics of jazz and blues. Practicing these lessons and using jazzy chords will spice up your playing and make it more interesting. Let's have a look to a short example.
So it starts with G13. That's the 13th, same as the 6th. C9. Added 5th, because it's going to go down the bass. This is just a chord running to the next chord. C9. C sharp diminished, G6 over D, and then it's up to E, A. It's just root and fifth left hand, sounds nice.
Pianoforall is not the course focused on classical piano, so only one ebook deals with this topic. However, it is very important in terms of gaining new knowledge about music theory, such as notation symbols, key signatures, dynamics or tempo designations. In addition to theoretical knowledge, you can learn to play several classical piano compositions from Beethoven, Bach, Chopin, Brahms, Satie and others. The last book is actually one of the most important one. While you played only songs in the key of C, F and G, now you are going to learn all keys. Actually, I think this book should be played somewhere in the middle, because it is important to understand how the relation between tones, chords and keys works. Anyway, Speed Learning book is actually not about playing the piano fast, but it brings practical video tutorials on how to practice scales in every key. This is very important when it comes to the piano technique and improvisation. Robin Hall also adds some tricks for memorizing sharp and flat scales. Except for major and minor scales, you can train diminished and whole tone scale. To make your fingers more flexible, try to do piano workouts focused on chord arpeggios and melodic patterns. All these exercises are here in all keys. To be honest, Pianoforall is little better I expected for the price. I think it is a reasonable and affordable option for adult piano beginners who want to know how to play popular songs by chords. It offers very practical tutorials on how to play piano accompaniment for a singer or for yourself when you used to sing while playing the piano, and the basics of improvisation. But if you expect classical piano lessons or the traditional way of learning, you will be disappointed. The Pianoforall content is quite limited and oriented only to beginners, but to be honest, it's still okay for the price. The ebook system doesn't allow you to interact with the material through MIDI or with the instructor. Unlike some piano learning apps, Pianoforall doesn't have a library and repertoire you can choose from. There are no video functions like slow motion or looper, but I think you can still learn the piano without these functions. What I don't understand is why the speed learning book is the last one. This book contains explanation of relations between tones and keys. Knowing keys and practicing sharp and flat scales is, in my opinion, a basis you should learn at the beginning. So I recommend to start learning this book before the book number 5 or 6. You can also have reservations about design. Well, it works as a series of ebooks, so don't expect some cool interface or modern design. This is one of the reasons why I don't recommend Pianoforall for children and teens. In case you are an adult piano beginner who wants to learn to play popular songs by chords and by ear just from a sheet with chords and lyrics, the answer is yes. In any other case, try something else. Anyway, even if you won't like Pianoforall after buying, you can sleep safe. The 60-day money-back guarantee works well, since I know, and give you the chance to try it actually for free. The main message I wanted to give you in this review is Pianoforall is a good product, but not for all. If you want to know how to play popular music, popular songs by chords, learn basics of improvisation, playing by ear, and you want to stay on budget, I highly recommend Pianoforall. In case you prefer classical music or a traditional way of learning the piano, try something else, for example Artistworks, Piano Marvel app, or take a private lessons with the teacher. So guys, I hope this video helped you to realize whether to give a chance to Pianoforall or not. If you like this review, give me your thumb up and don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Thank you very much for watching, enjoy the time with your piano and have a nice day.